Juanita Banana.
What did you just say? Juanita Banana. You're actually so funny. Right, Mum, here we go, babe.
Hey,
Introduce yourself.
I'm Joanna Mas.
And I'm Dani Dyer. And it's time to live and let Dyer. Yeah, Mum.
Oh, they let me out.
They've let you out. You're here. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks, babe.
How you feeling being on
I'm
it?
really good.
Yeah?
Really good. Yeah.
You excited to be on?
No. I had stuff to do. It's half term.
Yeah.
No, actually, I am.
Yeah, you like the podcast,
I
don't you?
love the podcast. I think, actually, it was me that got you into the podcast.
Oh, yeah, you did say to us before that we should have, because we did it before and you liked it,
I
didn't
loved
you?
it. I loved the podcast. I love listening to the podcast.
Oh, Mum. Because you like to listen to a podcast to fall asleep, don't you? That's your
Yeah.
thing. Like, I couldn't do that.
Why?
I don't see me. I'd have to watch telly to fall asleep. I couldn't listen to a podcast. But then I have before listened to bedtime stories,
Yeah.
like on them car maps. But
Yeah.
they are meant to get you to sleep.
So when I had Santi on Saturday and set up his little Tony toy, he was laying in bed. He was sound asleep. And that was so nice. And then I sort of sneaked up and changed it to Peter Rabbit. And there I was laying in bed going, Flopsy, Mopsy, so-and-so, forgot the other one. And I just thought, wow.
You're obsessed with the Tony toy, ain't
I
you?
love the Tony toy.
No, because when you played it to me, I thought, you know what, I should, because I have got one indoors. I need to get it out, really. I think it'd be good for the girls as well.
Well, they just love, they like the first little figure, shows my age, but the first little figure that you put on, that it comes with, it's just like, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And the three of them is all like that. But I'm sitting there like, go away. I've got to set it up.
Yeah.
And then, because it's magnet, when you put the next one on, obviously the music starts straight away. But if you download the app, oh my God, the characters on there.
Yeah, because it is just the box then, and then you just switch the characters over,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, no, I have got one at home.
And
I do
then
need to do it
and
for
then
Santi, because he's scared of a night time, isn't he?
And then Santi, he said, have I been a good boy, Nanny? I said, yeah, of course you've been a good boy. And then I went, what do you want for being a good boy? And he picked out Tracker. Because the thing is, they don't need any more toys.
No,
There's
they
too
don't.
much
There's too
toys.
much. And the twins at the minute, I mean,
They don't play with
the
nothing.
terribles. They just don't. They don't play with anything.
No.
All they want to do is hang off wires and jump all over me sofas.
Well, Saturday, Daddy literally was having a panic attack because I was walking up and there's 5 stairs.
I know.
What are they doing? What? I was like, just calm down.
Was he on edge?
At one point, he went, I might go and watch West Ham. I went, you don't go over and watch West Ham. He went, no, I'm going to watch West Ham. He went, I've got to get out of here. And he went, I'm going mad.
Yeah, but he was a bit anxious the other day when he came home from Leeds, he's saying, because of the car. He was worrying about in the car that the driver was going to fall asleep.
Yeah, what is going on with
he was really, really anxious the other day. But that's something where I get my anxiety from, because you're not an anxious person at all, are you? Unless you hide it very well.
No, you cannot hide anxiety.
No,
I'm sorry,
no.
but you can't.
No,
Nanny's walking around in circles. Like, oh, hello, Mummy. Yeah, I want to clear that up.
What, the mummy? Because we call you mummy. Yeah. People would just find it really odd and strange that that's how we... To be honest, I would say it was 60-40. 60% of people were very much agreeing, and then the 40%...
Don't understand what happened for it all to blow up about Mummy.
Yeah, it was literally just because we know, because we speak about you a lot. You know that.
I
you
listen to it,
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, I'm
So-
getting my revenge in a minute.
That's what you're going to get the revenge today. But no, and that's what it was. People just couldn't really understand why I was saying that. But now I think people get it. They understand it. They've listened to it now. There's been a few episodes out, and now we've got you, the special guest, haven't we?
The mummy.
Because the dad's just far too busy, isn't he, at the minute? That's what he says. He's just so tired.
I'm a bit busy, I'm knackered. I'm busy and I'm knackered.
But Santi now, because obviously his nursery's so good, he always corrects me. So, you know, we say like water. He'll be like, Mummy, it's water. Water, Mummy. And he says bath. He don't say bath.
No, that's because of Jared.
He says bath.
Yeah, he does.
I'm like, no, Santi, it's bath.
Well, when...
And he says, no, Mummy, it's bath. I don't know if he's trying to get me at it, to be honest.
No, because of Jared. Because when I had the three of them in the bath...
Yeah, but Jared says tough. I hate that. I can't. I love him dearly, but the way that he says tough is awful. Do you want to go get your toothbrush? No.
Oh, as in tough.
I think if you're so
not tooth.
No. So you know, like if you was going
to get out now.
If you was going to say to have a one night stand, for instance, and he turned around and went, "I'll go get your tooth," I don't think you'd carry on with it. You'd leave the room. You'd go, "Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm done here." You know what else he says? You know, we say custard cream. He says custard kernel. I can't deal. I'm marrying someone that calls a custard cream a custard kernel.
We love you, JB. We love you.
Right, let's move on. So, Mum, you listen to the podcast.
Love the podcast.
And you love it. You're
love
enjoying it. Sometimes we do get a little bit of not negative feedback, just some feedback when Daddy swears too much.
He does.
Yeah, so we get a little bit of that. But we've actually had some fan fiction. Have you listened to the fan fiction that when we read that out?
No.
So it's called Dani and the Diamonds. So basically, there's this whole fiction about it's basically fantasising over Dad.
Ooh.
No, but it's not like so much of a sexual fantasy, I don't think. I'm going to read
it like how I am over Pep?
Right, so, it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy.
Pep.
Yeah, Pep.
Oh,
she loves Pep Guardiola, my mum. She loves the football manager. She loves Jose Mourinho and she loves Pep.
And I love Arteta.
Yeah.
But at the moment, Pep.
She likes Pep.
All
right, we'll try and get you an autograph from JJ.
Pep. If anyone knows anyone who knows Pep, to Juana, I love Pep.
Shout out to
Pep. I've got a cup. It says, to Juana, I love you so much. Love Pep. And in my brain, when I have a cup of tea, I'll go,
It's from Pep.
Yeah.
Bless you, Mum. Right. I'm gonna tell you what's happened so far. So we've been introduced to Marissa, who was a high-powered lawyer in the East End of London.
Wow.
Marissa was at the Red Lion with friends, enjoying drinks when she spotted Dani Dyer, invited along by her EastEnders makeup artist friend, Sarah. In the pub's new gender-neutral bathrooms, she gushed about Dani, calling him the biggest fitty on the planet, and vented about her tough case against diamond thief Larry Fingers Fincham. What she didn't realise was that Dani was in a cubicle listening.
Well, is this true?
No, so this is basically someone that's written this about Dad. So people write fictional things about him. No.
Weird.
Very.
God, ain't they got a hoover?
Yeah, I know. People... and they got some ironing to do.
Yeah, go and do your...
I know, there must be many out there. And when we read this, we actually think it can't be about him. So he's casually walked out, greeted them, fixed his hair, and left Marissa stunned. Later, Dani flirted with her over darts before they ended up sharing a cab home. Don't worry, nothing else happened. Discovering they lived on the same street, but just before she got out, he kissed her and took her number, but as she handed his phone back, a text popped up from Larry Fingers Fincham. But it's not about this. So Dani wasn't just a flirt, he was connected to her case, and Marissa has no idea what she's gotten herself into. So she's a lawyer, basically, and she's trying to find this person called Larry Fingers Fincham. And then basically when she's getting in the cab home with Dad, it popped, obviously not the real Dad, the fantasy. Larry Fingers has popped up on his phone. So now he's more than just a flirt. He's basically someone that's going to potentially help her with the court case. So there's more to it. It's not just like, here I am with Dani Dyer.
Weird.
Yeah, but people absolutely love him. But to be honest though, Mum, at the beginning I was a little bit apprehensive, reading it, someone tonguing him. But actually the story is quite good because if he's connected to a court case, I'm all for it. So basically, this is the fantasy carried on, the fiction, yeah?
The same story.
The same story.
God.
Right, let's have a little go, Mum, yeah? Right, I'll start it. We'll do a little bit each.
All this.
As the taxi pulled away from the curb, Marissa leaned her head back against the seat, closing her eyes for a moment. The night's events replayed in her mind like a film reel. Dani's teasing, oh my God, his lips on hers, and then that text. Larry fingers Fincham.
Her stomach twisted. The man she'd been trying to nail for months. The reason she barely slept, barely breathed without thinking about evidence about the case. And here he was, Dani Dyer, of all people, getting messages from him. Coincidence or something worse?
The cab turned onto her street, slowing as it approached her house. The warm glow from the streetlights barely touched the shadowed corners of the quiet road. The house is standing in sleepy silence.
As she stepped out onto the pavement, she glanced up and immediately noticed it. The porch light was flickering again. Her stomach tensed.
That bloody thing. She'd been meaning to fix it for weeks. But between work and everything else, she hadn't got round to it. Still standing there now, the dim glow pulsing weakly in the dark. It felt ominous.
Ominous. God, someone get a life. Shaking off the unease, she stepped onto the porch, fumbling, dirty cow, with her keys. It was just a dodgy bulb. I could have told you that. Nothing more.
Inside, she made a beeline for the bathroom, scrubbing away the remnants of the night, her makeup smearing down the sink in a mess of foundation and mascara. She caught sight of herself in the mirror, wide-eyed, flushed, still tingling from Daddy's
tingling.
Would you say you tingled?
No, I got a mad story about what I'd done to Dani once.
Yeah, no, you was tonguing him. He was tingling over you.
No, he was tingling. He didn't know what to do. She should be focusing on the case.
Can't do what you're reading.
Or what that text meant. But instead, all she could think about was him. Oh, yeah, baby. With a sigh, I can't be bothered, babe. With a sigh, she peeled off her work clothes, her fingers hovering over the oversized T-shirt she usually slept in. Chaffwell and Co. Ick. Mate, he would have gone. Oh, I feel literally just reading that.
Yeah, I know.
Emblazed in a corporate font from a law firm, away day. Functional, safe, not tonight.
Tonight she pulled out something different. A silky lace trim nightdress she'd bought on a whim months ago, still with the tag on. It felt ridiculous, like dressing up for no one, but as she slipped it over her skin, she couldn't deny the way it made her feel. She climbed into bed, the soft sheets cool against her skin, but sleep wouldn't come. Her mind wouldn't stop whirring. The thrill of it all, the danger, the warmth of his body so close to hers in that taxi. Marissa shifted under the covers, closing her eyes, trying to will away the thoughts, but they kept coming. The way his voice sent shivers down her spine, the way his hands had... This is getting a little bit deep now.
God!
It's getting a bit 18. Had rested so casually in his pockets, like he knew exactly how much power he had over people, over her. Her breathing hitched.
Who wrote this? Tell her to get a real job. She told herself it was just adrenaline, just stress. Hold on, I've got to go back. What's he done to her?
He's not done anything. This is a fantasy. But I'm trying not to think of it.
How can a fantasy be stressful?
Just stress.
Mine and Pep's fantasy ain't stress. Oh, we have a nice time. Maybe I'll write him a letter.
There'll be a fantasy about Pep later.
Yeah,
Pep bloody Pep. He's such a random person to fancy, by the way, Mum.
He's Spanish.
Right. Is he?
Yes, darling.
Is Pep Spanish?
Yes, me and him. Oh. Besito, besitos. But as a... she told us it was just stress, whatever. But as her fingers trailed absently along her own skin, her mind drifted back to that kiss, the way his lips had moved against hers. Slow at first. Darling, you've got the wrong boy. Then full of intent. The way his voice had dropped low and teasing.
Oh my
The way
God.
she wanted more and more and more.
It doesn't say.
It's only one more. Her breath came far. I ain't got time, babe. Her breath came faster, the tension in her body building with every lingering thought of him, of his deep, gruff voice, fucking hell, geese. The way his jeans fit his crotch just right. Until it all became too much. And an explosion of pleasure ripped through her body. She sighed to herself, Dani Dyer! Dani Dyer! Oh, God, help! Was an ocean of trouble. And Marissa had gone straight in at the deep end. Ooh,
So is she
God,
basically
where's your
touching herself
mother?
in this? Is
Where's
she touching
her
herself?
mum? Where's Dani Dyer? Let me go again. Where is he? By the time she slept, see, I wouldn't have slept on that one. By the time sleep finally took her, she was
God.
exhausted. I should think you was toots. Tangled in her sheets.
No, I can't
her
believe
heart
you're
still
reading
pounding,
this.
and then beep, beep, beep. Her alarm blared. Marissa groaned, reaching for her phone and silencing it. The room was too bright, too light. She blinked at the clock. 8:37. Shit. She never overslept, not once in her career. Marissa sat up, pushing the tangled sheets away as her phone vibrated in her hand. A message flashed across the screen. Jim, Malando, get to the office now. We've found the hall, all of it.
Her breath caught, the diamonds. She swung her legs out of bed, her heart thudding in her chest. The case had just taken a massive turn. And so she realised had her life.
Wow.
I can't believe that we've just read. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, yeah.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I like the EastEnders thing.
My friend
From America.
She said, I sound like Donald Duck. 45!
Do you remember that? It was May. What did she do? Some lady when we was in Mallorca years ago. She just started saying that, didn't she?
That's what I'm going to sound like on the podcast. 45!
45. Well, Mum, I'm really sorry, actually, that you've had to read that.
I forgot about it already. Dementia's kicked in.
To be fair, I did read 50 Shades of Grey.
I read that on the...
Everyone was reading it on the train.
Everyone was reading it on the train. I read it on the train. Within 20 minutes, I had to ring up my therapist.
Why?
I wanted to beat him up. There's no man in the world would be spinning me around, whipping me. I would beat the shit out of him. No, I didn't like it.
So we're going to introduce Ben, the lovely
Hello.
producer who loves to produce.
Yes.
That's what I'd like to say.
He looks like
Well, I like to be encouraged
he looks
to be
like my
produced.
son.
Yeah.
No, we love Ben.
Paternity tests
Yeah.
coming in.
It could be.
Yeah.
We're saying he's very similar to Artie. But we're happy to have Ben because you sometimes hear him a little bit on the
Yeah.
tannoy. And there we go, Ben, everyone.
Well, and I thought I'd prepare a little quiz today for you two because I thought we might be struggling for content. Currently, we've been recording for about 4.5 hours
We ain't
because you could both talk for Britain.
Yeah.
Is that a dig? Do you want me to come back next
Yeah,
week?
you want it back next week.
And every other week.
There we go.
I think Dani should be a little bit worried.
Oh, there we go.
It could be Live and
I
Let
want
Dyers.
that changed as well.
Live and
I
Let
like
Mass.
the colour. I like the red.
Yeah, what colour would you go for?
She likes red.
I
It's her
love
favourite
red.
colour.
My favourite colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yellow could do.
You ready for a little quiz?
Yeah.
Let's go for the
Who
quiz.
do you think knows Big Dan better?
I would say yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're his wife.
Only on paper.
I'd say yeah.
Have you got to watch out because that you know,
I don't really care.
that's the stalker lady that's been writing all that fan fiction.
that weird one.
Marissa.
God, Marissa,
So
get
sorry,
alive.
It's never been that intense. You've come at a really awkward time with it.
Then she's lusting.
She's lusting.
Bless her.
Danny Dyer, wow.
Invite her to your wedding.
Yeah.
Don't
Marissa.
I think maybe more a restraining order
Yeah,
is in,
absolutely.
should be in
She
place.
sounds lovely.
All right, so we're ready for the quiz?
We're ready for the quiz. Let's go.
I've done a little prep.
Oh, Betty's produced.
So the music started, and I hear you, ladies and gentlemen, ask, what does that mean? It means it's time to answer the question: does a daughter's love reign supreme, or does a wife know best? In the one corner, we have Danny Dyer's namesake, firstborn, the apple of his eye, his gorgeous Love Island winning, West Ham captain dating daughter, Danny Dyer. And in the other, facing off against Danny, is the love of his life, his ride or die, the Juliet to his Romeo, the beautiful, the amazing, incredible, Joanna Mas. We've even got studio
I bet you
applause.
have done your 7-week cruise and done it now, haven't you?
I've come back from holiday, I thought I might do some work. So Danny, you ready?
We're ready.
Mummy, you ready?
Yeah.
Can I call you Mummy?
Yeah.
You can call me Mummy. Saucy little thing, you.
All right, so this is going to be a sort of first to buzz gets to
Okay.
answer. So,
She just raised her hand.
Should we raise our hand in
well,
the
it's
buzz?
sort of a podcast, so we've got to hear
Oh
something.
yeah, so what should we say?
Okay, you say buzz. What's your buzz?
I was like, can I go pet?
Mine's gonna
okay, you say
yours is
pep.
pep.
Yeah.
Yours is pep and mine's woo.
All right,
Right, go.
question number 1. Danny Dyer loves a boozer. That's no secret. But can you name any of the items that Danny has said are essential for a proper boozer?
Pep.
Right, go on.
Beer. Jack Daniels. Nuts. And a cocktail shaker.
Incorrect. There are none of those are on his list for essential
What?
pub items.
What is that?
I'll throw it over
All
to
right then.
Dan.
Would it have to be? He likes a beer on draft. Draft beer.
I'll give you a couple more guesses.
Stella. No, he does like, what is it? No, he likes Peroni, doesn't he?
Think about more like items you'd have in a pub separate
What do you
to
have
the
in
bar.
a pub?
The Queen, that head. He likes the head. Queen Elizabeth.
He likes head. Come on, think about what you'd get in a pub that makes it a proper pub.
What do you get in a pub?
A beer.
Football.
I'll give you that.
You have to watch the football in a pub.
His friends.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
How many answers?
So there
is
was 5 possible answers, and you didn't get any of them, apart from places to
Football.
watch, something to watch the football. But
Okay.
dartboard,
Oh, of course.
beer towels.
What?
So there's those things that they
He's
put on
lying.
the
Oh, beer towel.
pool table,
No.
Oh, he's gone a little bit
He's-
more
yeah, what you-
aesthetic.
and then
Yeah.
chairs and tables.
Oh, Disney Dan has got a bit
Disney.
aesthetic.
So this is all
Of
taken
course he
from.
wants a chair in it.
This is taken from his autobiography,
Oh, shit. Is this the one he actually wrote?
the
as
one
well?
he wrote.
Oh, okay. Fine.
So 1-0 to
1-0
little Dan.
to me.
I've just realised I'm not taking.
Yeah, well, I said football, Joe. I said football.
When does he want a towel?
Beer towels, apparently, it says it.
Yeah, on the bar, you know those ones
You
that
need
they
your beer
rest there.
towels, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
and this one's a little bit rude. On the subject of pubs, Danny Dyer frequented a pub at the age of 16. One of the patrons of the drinking establishment had organised an exotic dancer to be at the pub. The dancer invited one of Danny's friends on stage and performed what memorable move on him?
Put her tits in his face. Lap dance.
And this is taken from the book.
What book?
Well, you would have known
It's
Big Dan as well when he was 16.
Yeah, who? What did?
And he's kept his friend anonymous because this is it's fairly...
I've got no idea.
All right, shall I let you know?
Yeah.
To quote Danny Dyer, put on a strap-on dildo and did him up the bottle. In front of the whole pub, in
no,
front of
she
50
did that.
people. Yeah,
A girl.
a girl.
And actually did it. She actually
According to
did
the
it.
book, you'll have to ask
He's
your
lying.
father about it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so no points there.
Same.
Still 1-0 to Dan.
Wow. That is intense.
He didn't like
I'm
that.
glad I didn't say that out loud.
A girl put a dildo on
Yeah.
and done his friend up the bum.
Yeah,
Wow.
in front of the whole pub.
I need to ask him that.
Apparently his friend quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Danny's dad once bought a pet home for the family. What animal was the pet? And a bonus point if you can say how it died.
Woo! A dog?
Budgie. A bird.
I'm going to give you correct answer for that. It was a duckling
A duckling.
that Danny's dad found on the Thames. And then bonus point for how he died.
He got one over.
Choked on a fish.
Oh my God. I don't know anything about.
Does he?
How can a duck choke on a fish?
I mean, you'd think, right? That's it's the go-to.
Yeah, I
thing for a duck
didn't
to
think
eat.
ducks even ate fish.
Question number 4, staying on Danny's father. What was Danny's dad's first job?
Painter and decorator.
I didn't get a buzz from you.
Oh, Pep. Pep!
Painter and decorator?
What could he have done? What could he have done?
So I think this was around the age of 10 years old.
Oh, what, a milkman?
Close.
Paper round.
Close.
What else would you
Similar
want?
job,
Paper,
old school. Old school sawdust on the floor.
Bin man?
Butchers.
Butchers?
He worked in a butcher's shop.
Oh,
Did you?
He didn't win.
Yeah, shout that Pep. Butchers.
Right, so
All
give
right.
you half a point.
Half a
I'd say.
point. So it's 1.5 to Joe,
Oh, wow.
1.1 to Danny.
Okay.
Okay. Where are we at? No, question number 5. Danny claims that one of his favourite lines for seducing Joe, aka Mummy,
Oh my God.
"Your potential kiss has got my mind and body aching." Which 1991 song is that line taken from?
What's the song again?
So the line is, "Your potential kiss has got my mind, body and aching." My mind and body aching. What 1991 song? It's a bit of a...
1991.
What song is it? Well, that's only 5 years older than me.
Bit of a... Well, yeah.
How does it go? Give me the tune.
I actually don't know. I can't really
I
sing
don't
the
know
tune.
what it's talking
It's a sort of maybe early rave dance music-y song, but kind of more chilled out, I would describe it as.
You used to, didn't you? They loved a rave
Did
together.
you?
Yeah. Didn't you?
I don't know what it's talking about.
What, the raving or the song?
The song.
Yeah, she liked a rave.
Do you recognise the line?
No.
You just make stuff up in this book, I think.
Yeah.
Unfinished Sympathy by Massive Attack.
Oh, you do like that.
I don't know that song.
Yeah, you do.
How does it go?
Let me get it up.
Massive Attack.
That's what
That
you're
song
listening to.
means zilcho to me.
Right,
Are
there
you
we-
sure you've got the right book?
Right,
There
Danny.
was
Wrong,
two
Danny Dyer.
books. There was 2 books, and one of
This
them
is
was
from-
the
That
Wrong
song
Daddy
means
Dyer.
nothing to me.
Really?
Oh wow, okay.
Now you've ruined my whole day.
So, but you were big time ravers, you and Dan?
Yeah, the 90s was the
I
best time
wasn't
for raving,
actually a
wasn't
big
it?
time raver. I had you in 96.
Yeah, but before that, you used to like a little rave. You
The
used
early
to.
90s.
I was
That was meant to be great then, wasn't it? Like the raving
The early
scene.
90s, yeah. No, we'd go Bagley's
Bagley sounds like a holiday
in
resort.
King's Cross.
Yeah. You a good dancer?
I am so great at dancing.
Yeah, she's a good
I
dancer.
was just dancing. Actually, Danny can dance.
Really?
Yeah.
Triple threat.
He could dance until it was sunlight.
Would he be? Would you be leaving him on the dance floor?
No, I'd have left him about 5 hours ago to have gone to bed, knowing that he's going to go out for another 4 days.
Right, 2 more questions.
Yeah.
Joe in the lead so far. Danny once wore the mask of which animal at the zoo to avoid detection from fans?
Woo!
Yeah.
Was it a giraffe? Oh, it weren't.
Buzzer,
Woo!
probably.
An elephant. Oh, it weren't.
Pep.
Yep.
It was a panda.
Right, one more guess each.
No, it ain't. I know this.
Pep.
No.
Yep.
It was a lion.
I love the confidence that you're saying it with. Go on.
What animals?
This is just now naming animals.
Oh, a cat.
A cat? The zoo?
What animals are there at the zoo? He wore it the whole day, I remember. He was getting recognised so much, he bought a mask and wore it all day.
You can't wear a mask
He was
and then shout out, hey, fucking hell, mate. Yeah. Everyone knows his
I
voice.
can't believe he wore a mask all day. That was still too.
And according
we
to
have an initial?
according to the book, he
One initial for the animal.
you can, but it will give it away because it's such an unusual letter.
Go on.
On Scrabble, it would get you 10 points. I'll give you that.
Oh, come on. I've not got time for Scrabble.
She loves it.
Okay. I would say it's a 4-legged animal that would be hunted by a lion.
Oh my God. Meerkat.
Pep, a badger.
Okay, you're right with the colour scheme for badger.
A zebra. Pep, please.
Yes!
That was it.
Okay, so this is 2.
Because you know why? I didn't know really about the mask.
Really?
Because he runs off in front of me. All I see is his arse.
He had actually had it on all day. All day.
Bring it off.
According to the book, he had a bit of a panic because the mask was too tight and he was worried that he was going to suffocate. So luckily
he's got an habit of running off.
He
running off the cruise, running off of the theme park, running out of everything.
I know.
I think he doesn't like crowds.
No, he doesn't like big crowds, does he? That cruise, he literally walked on and walked on. Oh, God.
Right.
Go on.
Final question.
Right.
And this is, I'm going to say, worth 2 points because then it gives...
You want Dani to win?
I don't want Dani to win.
You don't
I love
know
you both
me.
equally.
You don't know me yet.
Mummy. Right, how long did Dani play Mick on EastEnders?
Oh, 10 years, 9 years. 9 long
years. You didn't say pet.
You didn't say pet. I'm afraid Dani did buzz first. I don't want any accusations of favouritism. What would you say your answer is?
Oh, God, I don't... 9 years. Yay.
Very good. So that's... You know what? Actually, if I'm being completely fair, there's 2.5 points to Joe, 2 points to little Dan. So
Well done, Joe, you won it.
No.
You're the winner, John.
You're the winner of Ben's diabolically hard Dani Dyer quiz.
Oh, fun.
Reigning champion. How does it feel?
Oh, I didn't want anything in my life.
I mean, in some ways it could be your specialist subject. Dani Dyer. You could go on Mastermind.
I just enjoyed shouting out, Pep, Pep, Pep.
I imagine that must be what it's like when you're asleep at night, shouting out
What,
Pep.
shouting out?
She loves
I don't
Pep.
even, I don't know, I don't move when I sleep.
No, she doesn't. She
When
literally, the way
I'm
she
like
sleeps
this.
is the way she wakes
Sleep
up.
like a baby log.
Yeah. Although I woke up today, I thought, something's moved, the pillar. Must have had a little bit of wind or something.
I imagine, if I'm going to make a guess, Big Dan is a snorer.
Oh, God.
He's a roarer.
He's a roarer.
He roars, doesn't he? He's like an animal in the house, ain't he? Like, literally, you can't sleep with him, how bad it is.
We was in Mallorca. No, we wasn't in Mallorca. I'm still lying. We was in Spain. We was in the villa, and he happened to wake up 8 people for 5 days.
He does. He hates it, though. He really is trying to, like...
He isn't, darling. He's going to bed with 900 kittens.
Right, Mum, how do you think it's gone then? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I've had a lovely time.
Yeah?
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, I'm glad we've actually put you to it. Because you're
Yeah.
always hidden. Joe, it's nice to get you out there a little bit. Do you know what? Someone did comment on my video the other day, on TikTok. We did that little trying the biscuit. Someone was like, oh, bless your mum, so shy and quiet. She's an introvert. I was like, yeah, definitely not. That woman is an extrovert. But right, Mum, do you want to do it again next week? Are you coming back?
Have I got a choice?
No, not really, Joe.
I haven't, have I?
No, do you want to come back?
Yeah, of course
Everyone's
I do.
got choices.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, thanks, Mum. You've even cancelled your hair for me.
I've
so I do-
cancelled my hair appointment. I'm going to do that. Although, God, what's she done? No, I'll come back next
Yeah,
Wednesday.
we'll come back next-
I'll put it in
so,
my
yeah,
diary.
right, so there we
Better
go.
let everyone know.
Our lovely Joe will be back.
Juanita!
Juanita. She likes to be called Juana, as she's half Spanish. She will be back next week. But most of all, one thing that we still have to do, and it applies especially to Big Dan, who we all know will be listening. I think he will be
Yeah,
listening
he's
to this
going to be
podcast.
shitting himself.
He will be but you know what? I think we've been very kind to him this week, so we'll see how it goes next week. But in case you forgot, because it has been a long week since last week, so one thing you always need to remember,
You're loved. Besitos, besos, besos.